Hello, Namaste, and welcome to Agile Exploration Hub. I am your host, Nagesh Deshpande. So, as you are aware, every Monday we release new episode. So, we are bringing another brand new episode today with a brand new speaker. So, today's episode is for all the Scrum Masters who want to grow from Scrum Master to Agile Leader. So, skills beyond certifications. To talk on today's episode, we have a new speaker, Ghazala Sayed. She is a director and agile coach with 20 plus years experience in project management, led many transformation projects. She is a guest lecturer at Cummins College. Uh, she has her expertise in agile testing. She is a Prince 2 certified practitioner and agile coach with proven experience in leading and mentoring high performing team. So what all things that we are going to discuss is aligned in today's episode. So I'll request all of you to subscribe to my channel and watch this episode till the end. So without wasting much time, let's welcome Ghazala Sayed. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good. So we recently got connected and then thought of having this discussion. So it's very uh, difficult for a Scrum Master to understand what is beyond certification. A lot of people in our industry thinks that I'm certified now and I can move the world, but it's not the fact. The reality is beyond the you know, this this imagination or imagination world. So uh, let's see and let's hear from Ghazala more. So why Ghazala? Why it is so difficult to transit from a Scrum Master to into a Agile Leader?
Okay. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and really thanks to Agile Exploration Hub. Uh, to begin with, this transition from Scrum Master to Agile Leader is not that difficult, I will say.
Hmm.
When we are a Scrum Master, usually we work at a team level, right?
Right.
So we are just concerned about our team, how we can implement a Scrum framework or whatever framework you guys are using. And we don't see beyond our team what is there, right? But when we become agile leader, we can't just think about team. We have to think or have a broader perspective about it, right? We have to work with leaders. We have to work with senior VPs or our CTOs, right? And we have to start speaking their language. When we are Scrum
Absolutely.
Master, we are so much focused on agile terminologies or agile things, and we speak that language. But many times it happens that leadership doesn't understand that language. They understand numbers, they understand graphs, they understand metrics, or they are more focused on outcomes, right? So we have to make that one shift when you want to go from Scrum Master to Agile Leader. Then, when we are a Scrum Master, I will say we are mentoring. We are discussing many things with our teams. We are showing them a direction. We are guiding them. We are solving impediments. But when you become an agile leader, you are more in a coaching role. And there
Right.
you deal with the mindset of the people. So, and many times it happens that leadership know the buzzword agile, but they don't know exactly what it means or what exactly they're expected to be when they are saying they are agile, or if you want to make organization agile, what exactly is required. So that transformational shift is missed many times from the leadership. So you have to pitch in there, you have to coach, you have to tell what exactly the mindset change required from the leadership is required, and towards that you have to work. So this is another thing. And one more I have seen is influencing leadership. So that
Absolutely.
is the main job of agile leader, because you have seen many organizations have done agile and they have failed.
Hmm.
That data is really available on internet. If you see why these transformation projects fail, so because you are not able to influence your leadership, you are not able to make them understand what exactly agile transformation is, because just implementing ceremonies is not an agile. Change in the mindset is actually agile. So that's my take on this one.
Perfectly said. Very nicely said. So that's the one of the vision and goal of Agile Exploration Hub, to bring that, or to make people aware that Agile is beyond just certification or doing ceremonies. There are a lot of things, so you have to influence, and that's what we have started this journey with. Now, what kind of skills or competencies are essential uh, for a person like me to become a true agile leader? Because like mentioned in the start, people think I'm certified and I can do that, but there are skills. So can you give few skills or competencies that is essential?
Okay, to become agile leader, certifications are necessary definitely, but beyond certifications, main quality required, I think, is having a negotiation power. Okay.
Mm,
So you should know how to negotiate. And when we are negotiating, we should always try for the win-win situation for both the parties, right?
right.
And when I say negotiation, why I'm saying that? Because leadership is having certain different views. They want their business to be successful. And at the same time, at the Scrum level or at the team level, we guys are working at the delivery side, or we are just seeing how the better things can be, how the processes can be smoother, so that people can be not getting stressed and they can deliver. So to make a balance between these two, the negotiation is required. Sometimes you have to convince them why they should not give that much pressure or stress to the team, otherwise it will how it will affect to quality. So all that balance is required, and their negotiation skill is must. Another skill I will say is a strategic thinking. So you have
Mm,
to strategize, and you have to think from all the perspective. You can't just think from a framework perspective that, okay, I have to do these things and then I will deliver. No, but you have to relate that delivery with business outcome. Whether we are going in that direction or not. And if we are not going, then course correction is really required.
absolutely.
And for that you have to be continuously in touch with all the stakeholders which are required. And along with that, critical thinking, I will say, because many times unknown problems comes up, and you have to find out a way. It might be the case that you have never faced that problem. So you can't say that, oh, I have not faced this and now how I will solve it. No, you have to start your critical thinking will that time, and you have to see how we can find out the ways throughout it. You have to use your experience at that time, and see how we can navigate further. Another important skill is presentation. So when we become agile leader, we get a position in the boardroom discussions. We get a position in managerial discussions, where different people are present in the room, right? So everybody is leading their departments, or having different units which they are handling, right? So making everyone understand what exactly you are doing, how the transformation is happening, or how you are contributing to the business is very essential. So I think for that, presentation skill is really good one. And in presentation skills nowadays, lots of different innovative methods have come, and I think storytelling is one of the really good format
Right.
which we should be using, because it really gives you an impactful presentation. So I think these are the
Absolutely.
skills which look
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, these are certainly skills beyond certifications. They
Hmm.
might be claiming there are certification on all these things, but these things you learn by practicing it more and more. You cannot like storytelling, for an example. Someone may offer a certification. That's fine.
Hmm.
You go there, maybe a 1 week, 2 week, or 1 day, or whatever it may be the duration, you get certified, you can publish it on LinkedIn. But storytelling,
Yes.
you will become good at it by practicing it.
Practice.
Share,
Correct.
yeah, start with small stories, uh, and then start relate with your real life experience. That's what I become a good storyteller. And then uh, moving ahead, like, do you have any instances or experience where you saw a Scrum Master who developed into a good leader or effective leader?
Yeah. So I have few examples. So one Scrum Master joined me in my organization, and at that time, she was having a very good experience, right? And means 15 years of experience she was having, and in Scrum also 5 to 6 years she has worked. But I have seen that she was having some different qualities. Okay, so first one was very positive mindset. So we have given her many challenging and complex teams to handle, and she really turned them around. So we really see that 180-degree shift in those teams. And she always used to think beyond teams. So slowly, she became program manager. Now she is a program manager in one of the organization, and she is leading many teams. So this transformation happens, but for that, her commitment, her hard work, and she was always eager to learn. Means
Right.
I have never seen that. Means daily she used to learn something, and she used to post on our WhatsApp group or our Teams group that I have learned this. Please go through this. So that learning zeal was there. She was always not only she was doing certifications, but she's bringing that knowledge, and she was trying to implement those things. Means if she's learning, suppose safe, so we in my organization we are not following safe, but she will not say, okay, we are not following safe, so what I will do. She was not having that mindset. What she did is she said, okay, in safe we are having 4 to 5 these practices which we can implement. So not because people always think that for that complete framework has to be there, then only I can work. No, this is really wrong concept. Whatever is good in small frameworks, you can bring it, and you can utilize it, and you can have your own framework. So that was
Absolutely.
one of her skill that I have seen. So this learning ability and having this curiosity, reading many things, and she is really now doing good as a new role which she got in the organization. Another example is recently I have one. Means last year one of member I had joined my Scrum team, and I have seen that he is not having much experience. Means I will say for a fresher for the industry, because he's just having 8 to 10 years of experience, and he just work in the Scrum also for from 2 years. But what happened is that this person is really having a very high goals. So we always means he always used to come and say me, okay, what beyond Scrum Master role? What
Right.
is my next thing? What I should do next? And from that, he's having a very big goals and visions. So from that perspective, what he started is we want to do expansion in our organization from our agile practices team. So now he's helping me with that. And previously we were not having any existence of Scrum Masters for US teams, but with his help and with his coaching skills and with his hard work and dedication and the knowledge he's carrying about agile, currently we are handling few, and we already started getting assignments that, okay, can you come and train our teams? So that way he is having a vision that we will expand our team, we will hire more Scrum Masters, and we will have our more presence within the organization. And that leadership quality and having that envisioning was really nice. So from now Scrum Master, he is at a lead position, and now he's envisioning that he will become a transformation lead or like that. So people can grow in their career if they are having these qualities and that kind of mindset.
Absolutely, great stories. Actually, these are some of the success story everyone should listen to, and stay motivated to become a good leader. I will encourage you to become a good leader than a good Scrum Master, because if you become a good leader, you will, you naturally follow the agile practices. Now, Zala, I also wanted to understand. See, most of the people like us are are coming from technical background. So like I came from testing background, where I was working as a technical lead. Some of the coming
Hmm.
from development background. Now technical proficiency and people focused leadership, how to balance this thing?
Okay. In between, if you have seen, there were lots of posts or even job postings were coming like technical Scrum Master,
Technical
right?
Scrum Masters, yeah.
Yes, technical Scrum Master. So, and then people started questioning why Scrum Master should be technical,
Mhm.
right? So, I always say that we should, when we are becoming a Scrum Master, I understand that we are process experts, we have a process police job, and we are working on that one. But why to leave that side aside, the technical side aside? Because majority of the Scrum Masters are working with technical teams, right? They are
Mm.
delivering in a technical terminologies. So when you are working with the team, and if you are not able to speak in their language, then what's the use? Because whatever they are discussing, you should understand it. And for
Absolutely.
understanding it, you are not required to have an in-depth knowledge. Nobody's saying that you should be a great coder or you should have a great efficiency in testing. But at least you should understand their terminologies, whatever tools they are using. You should be aware of that. Then only you will ask right questions at the right time, and then you will be able to find out anything is going or anything is getting goofed up. But when I have seen, means I am doing interviews now from many years, and I have seen that when we say a Scrum Master, people are getting afraid of having that understanding of technicalities, and they are not taking efforts to go there and learn those things. But I will say, please, that effort, learn those things, at least understand, because you know that the technology is changing daily, right? But we should know what exactly this tool is doing, what that tool is being used for. Automation tools are what are their benefits? Sometimes happens that we have to choose tools, right, for the organization. So on which parameters we will do their analysis. So Scrum Master is not supposed to just focus on processes, but it actually a project management thing. So in project management, we have a different aspects. So that way we have to think, and that's why technical aspect is also required. Now coming to people management. So people management is also one of the areas where we should really be good at. And for that, first and foremost is empathy. And empathy is really required to have a connect with the people, because when Scrum Master or Agile Leader, if they have a good connect with their teams or with their people, then their effectiveness is more. People should not be afraid to connect you and share their issues with you, right? They should be very comfortable talking to you. You are an unbiased entity working within a team or within an organization, where we are not taking a side of any technical person or we are not taking side of any business person, right? We are in a middle path, and we are always seeing the benefits for all people. So that empathy is one of the things. Then I think another on people skills is communication. We should be really good in communication, communicating our thoughts. And even another is, I think everybody talks lots about it, good listener.
Good listener,
We
yes.
have to be good listener. I have seen that many people like to talk, but they don't listen. And I think Javed Akhtar or somebody said that thing. We always listen to respond.
Respond.
We always listen to respond. So we don't pay attention what that person is saying or what intention that person is having. So we can't connect with that person. So don't listen to respond. Just listen, absorb, have your time, and then you should respond. So that active listening skill we say, right?
Active
So
listening
that
skills, yes.
is really required.
Yeah,
So,
we have discussed about all these active listening and technical things and on agile exploration in the past. So definitely these are some of the key skill or how to stay balanced between all these technical and all. So one thing that I would like to add here is you need not to go into too much technical things, as Ghazala said. Don't go too much into the technical, as well as don't ignore also the technical things. So one of the key thing to stay connected with the technical thing is to understand the dependencies, system dependencies. There will be system dependencies. So you need to understand why and which work when need to be start, when it will end. Or so let's take an example. If your team is working on API, so you should know which are all system you're going to use this API. If you are aware of enough, even if this much of things, you are good enough to understand the language what developers and testers are talking. But if you're not taking efforts to understand that, then it will become very difficult. Your job will become very monotonous. You will bored of doing things immediately.
correct.
So now we did discuss some of the mistakes that Scrum Masters are doing, but can you highlight some of few more mistakes when as a Scrum Master someone is taking a charge?
Okay. So whenever we onboard our new Scrum Master in our team, the first instruction we give to that person is don't try to change anything immediately. Okay. This is the first instruction given, because that person is new. He is not having that connection with the teams. not a repo is not built. So if you just go and start making changes, then there you will feel lots of resistance. So this is the first thing the Scrum Master should avoid, changing everything. Because they think that, oh, I'm a process expert, I know everything, and now I'm coming and now I'm to go change everything. It never works. And you feel so much resistance. Even I've seen in the past, we have to change the Scrum Master. People are not ready to work with that Scrum Master. So if you have to do changes, first be a good listener, observe things for a certain period, and then start making changes, and that too slow. Immediately don't try to change everything. Though you know that many things we have to do, and there are lots of things which team is not doing correctly, make a list of them, do the prioritization, and start making changes slowly. This is the first thing, which many Scrum Master fall in the trap for this one. Then one more thing which I have observed is, if you tell a small kid also, do this thing, okay, that kid will not do. But if
Right.
you tell a kid why you should do it, then kid accepts it and does it, right? So this is applicable to our Scrum teams also. If you are making any change, or if you want to want them to listen to certain things, make them understand why you are asking that. Explain that rationale behind it. Okay. So if we are saying now we have seen that we moved from Azure to Jira, and we were having certain things done differently in Azure. Team was very comfortable with that, and in Jira suddenly we changed those things.
Right.
For example, we were not adding, we used to add a task in the user story when we are on the Azure. And then on Jira, we stopped adding that. We said that user story is your smallest size of the thing. After that, you are not supposed to break. So till user story only, we will give the access. Then there was a lots of noise. Teams were really getting pissed off why we are not allowed, when Jira is giving that facility, why you guys are stopping us from doing that. Please allow us. What's the what is the benefit of not allowing us to do that? And this came from Jira admin team. Okay, so we were also not aware. Then as Agile practices team, we went and we discussed with them why this happened. So they said, see, we have not implemented, or we have not told this change, but it came from the leadership. So then we went to leadership. We had a discussion with the leadership, whoever involved in that decision. And after having that communication, we came to know that this change is done because when we were in Azure DevOps and doing this task management, there was lots of complaint about micromanaging.
Okay.
And to stop that micromanagement, they decided that when we will move to Jira, we will not have a task added. And rationale was good, intention was good for the decision, but that was not communicated to the teams. So then we came back, we told teams, okay, this happened because we don't want you guys to get micromanaged by anybody, and we are giving you a freedom of time and efforts, whatever you want to take to complete that task. And these are the certain ways with which you can manage your things. Means they were raising a concern, how we will know how many teams, how many members of the team are working on that, how we will do the assignment. So we told them these are the ways which will help you to do that things. And then teams were calmed down, they were okay. But first the resistance was there because we have not given them the opportunity of understanding why we are doing that change. So I think whenever in an organization we are there, we should always tell why first, and then say this is the change and you have to follow that change. So this is another error I think I have seen. Third mistake which Scrum Masters does is very interesting one, I will say. They think that if I don't make my team dependent on me, then I don't have value.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So they always try to do that make the team dependent on them. No, we are not here for a team to make dependent on us. We are here to make them self-organized. I always say to my team, if team is dependent on you, then you are a failure as a Scrum Master.
Absolutely, 100% agree
You are
with you.
not a Scrum Master. And then they say, okay, then what we will do if that team becomes independent? So I think we have many teams in the organizations. You can go and train new teams, or you can work at the organization levels, or you can see how you can help to the teams from outside. How we can monitor them, how we can keep on checking their things are happening correctly or not. We can keep checking their health and everything. So we have lot many things to do. Even we can go to the coaching things, because we have seen that though the teams become independent, we have to keep monitoring them. We can't just lose the thread, because
Right.
after a certain time they fall back. So again, we have to come and make them understand, oh, you are supposed to follow these things. So we have work. That is not the case that you, if you say this team is matured, then you are jobless. That's not going to happen. But then this is the first most important thing that Scrum Master should understand is, don't make anyone dependent on you. Guide them, coach them, and then it's up to them how to take it further. So I think these are the three mistakes I will say Scrum
No,
Master should avoid.
absolutely agree on this dependent and independent thing. So Ghazala mentioned that if what if the team becomes independent? They will, like she mentioned, team will fall back on the previous old practices. But understand, in the journey there will be lot of changes. So one of the change, I will say, the business value will change. That the technical things might change. Maybe team is working today, working on back end. Tomorrow they will work working on front end. Tomorrow or next day they will be in middleware or API or testing something else. When this change will happen, even independent team will face challenges, and that's where, as a agile leader, as a scrum master, your value will be added. So please try to make your team independent. You will have a lot of things to do. So great example. Okay, before moving on to the next segment of the episode, I would like to make a quick announcement to my audience. So guys, as you're already aware, Agile Testing Alliance is hosting a conference, Global Testing Retreat, which is happening in December in Pune. This will be their 10th edition, and we are proud to say that Agile Exploration Hub is a community partner with them. Recently, we have done the episode with founder of Agile Testing Alliance, Aditya Garg. So do not miss that episode. And I'll request all of you to register and be the part of this amazing journey of uh, Global Testing Retreat. This will be their 10th edition. So see you there. I'll be there. So I want all of you to be there. So let's move on to the next round of this episode. Okay. Now, now we did discuss about how an individual can improve their skill, avoid the mistakes and all that. But then what are the role of organization? What organizations can do to uplift a scrum master from a scrum master to a leader?
It's a really tricky question, because I also face this, because when I joined my organization, um, I will not say I was the first Scrum Master, but we were very few. One or two or three only Scrum Masters were there. And then after a few months, I asked a question to my leader, what's my career path?
Right.
So how I will progress further? Because when we were doing hiring that time, everybody was titled as a Scrum Master. So, so I was curious to know, means how my journey will be ahead of this thing. And because when I was seeing other departments like software engineering or software deliveries, they were having their career pathing. Means first you will be junior software, then senior, then you will go to lead level, then director at level, and then the further path. But I was not seeing anything mapped that way for the Scrum Masters. So that time when I discussed with my leadership, then they said, oh, we don't know, we are not aware. So I was like, oh my God. Okay. Then because I asked this question, then it triggered to them. Then he told me, okay, go and find it out, and you only start working on this one. So it came
Nice.
to me as an assignment. Then with whatever 2-3 Scrum Masters we were there, we started digging out. We then talk with the mini community of practices, and we see how other organizations are doing that, how they are doing the career pathing for the Scrum Masters and all that. And from that, then we carved out our career path means a map for our Scrum Masters. What will be the criterias, what will be the roles and responsibilities, and at each stage, how they will progress, and what extra qualities or responsibilities they are supposed to handle. And then we carved it out. This will be the thing. But here I will say one beautiful thing was we didn't get any resistance from our leaders. They were ready
Nice.
to discuss, they were ready to accept the things, and they were supporting us. They were asking questions. Asking question is always good. So you go and dig out more, you collect more information, and you make more robust framework. So that happened. And even when we submitted that framework, our talent team, they went into their with their community of practices or whatever contacts they were having in the market, and they make it more aligned to our organization needs. And that way we form that framework. So here, if you see, the contribution was from me, leadership, and even our HR and talent team, right? So we three work together, and then we carved out that map. But I have seen that in many organizations, they don't take these efforts. So
Right.
these efforts should be taken, because when I am a Scrum Master, and if I don't know what my next step is, then I'm kind of demotivated, right? And when I'm seeing my other departments having that hierarchy, or peoples are getting promoted, we say flat hierarchy and everything, but we can't keep everyone at the same title or at the same level, right? We have some experience things, and in India at least I have seen that we keep on progressing them, correct?
Right.
So that way, having a next title in front of you, and you know that you have to do these certain things to achieve that title, it itself gives you a goal in front of you, and it motivates you. So that motivation factor is really required, and I must say that organization should think about it. I understand sometimes it's tricky for having this hierarchy or career mapping for agile leaders. But there are now many things which came into practice are like process experts, process leads, or departmental heads, management, delivery management. So all these roles agile leaders are handling, right? So you can, depending on the need of the organization, you can definitely mark or do the career pathing for the Scrum Masters towards these roles. This is
Nice.
my take.
Absolutely. These are so organizations, leader, if you are listening, this is very important message for you. Now coming on to our last question of the day. What kind of advice or guidance you will offer to agile practitioner who wants to make a big impact?
Okay. So making big impact. First one I will say is a positive mindset.
Hmm.
Okay. So because we are in a many times we are in a situation, the way I said, now organization is not having career pathing for you. So fine, go and find out the way, take the responsibility, dig it out, and carve your path and present it. This in means this happens with you many times when you are dealing with your Scrum teams, also when you are dealing with your leadership also. Even in our organization also, in certain departments or certain areas, we felt lots of resistance for the agile.
Hmm.
But then what we thought is it's okay. Means that resistance is coming from that department. Let's leave that one. Let's not touch it. Wherever the leadership is supportive or wherever people are receptive about agile, let's work there.
Right.
So what we did, we worked for some time there. We showed result, and now we are getting assignments from the other department where the first resistance was there.
Hmm.
So that change happened, but it took time. So you should be always
Right.
positive, having positive mindset, and finding out the ways how we
Right.
can tackle it in a better fashion, rather
Right.
than
So
just
so
huh.
those departments saw the change happening and the value add being done. So that's why they now interested earlier where they were. It happens. It's a human mindset or human
Yeah,
psychology or even
yeah,
group psychology. So good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else?
So this is one thing. Another one is, I will say, do certifications. But
Hmm.
when you are doing certifications, you have to keep in mind how you're gonna use it. Because unless and until you implement that knowledge, it's of no use. If you are
Absolutely.
not sure, then don't do that, I will say. Because just having that logo on LinkedIn or in your resume is not going to help unless and until you are practically implementing it. So if you're doing any kind of certification, please first ensure that how you are going to implement it, how you are going to make use of it, use of that knowledge to your team, your organization, and for yourself. Then only go for that certification. And one more thing I have seen, that when we are in a agile thing, we are very focused on agile. We are not thinking anything else. But please understand, agile is one of the methodology of the project management. So you should be very well versed with other project management things. So if you have seen the PMP syllabus, you will understand how many areas the PMP covers. So
Right.
as a agile leader, you should be aware of all those things. So when you are picking a certifications, also think about these areas as well. Gain knowledge in those areas and implement those. So the way I said, negotiation skill is one of the project management skill, and it's required for the Scrum Masters and Agile Leaders, right? So that is one more thing. Means certifications, don't just go blindly because it's in boom, I'm doing it. If you're going to implement it, do it. Otherwise, I will say don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it's of no use.
It's a piece of paper.
Correct. And third thing is, if you want to go beyond, you have to create your existence. So I have started my journey in my organization as a Scrum Master, and now currently I'm a director. So you have to show your presence. So how you will show your presence? Because when we are a Scrum Master, we are always working on a processes, we are working with people, we are focusing on impediments. But this is not a quantifiable data. You have to show something to leaders which will make them understand, okay, this is making some change. And it's really difficult for us guys to show that in numbers. So, and we should always, we are always focused on velocity, burn down charts, but leaders are not. So try and understand what leader want. So our stakeholders are our customers. We always say, right, in Agile, customer is first.
Yeah.
So
Customer
our
service.
stakeholders are leaders. So we have to understand what my leader want and start speaking that language, and you will see the difference. And then they will understand what exactly you are doing. But if you go and say in the meeting, oh, we have implemented these processes and these values of Scrum, and our velocity has improved from this to this, leader will not understand it, and he is not aligned to you. But if you start speaking in the language, okay, we have delivered these many features has done this much impact in the business, the ROI has been increased by this much, or customer satisfaction has been increased this much number, then you can start connecting with the leader. So this
Right.
is the first mind shift we have to do. We have to start speaking the language leader want. And many times this we miss, and even I have missed that. But one of my mentor told me, are you speaking their language? Are you
Right.
understanding what your customer wants? So first you understand that and present in that way when you are in that meeting room, and then they will connect with you. And it really showed the impact the way I'm working today. So
Yes,
I'm more
absolutely.
thing I would say. So
Very
these are the few
essential.
things which we should do.
Absolutely. Very essential things. Yeah. So learn uh, to speak that language. Go beyond something, go beyond velocity, go beyond certification. That's the whole topic what was we discussed today. So thank you very much, Gazara. It was pleasure hosting you. It was a wonderful talking with you. And thanks for being such a wonderful speaker.
Thank you so much, Nagesh, for this opportunity, and thanks to Agile Exploration Hub. Thank you. Have a good
Thank you.
day.
So if you've watched this episode till the end, so please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.